Oh, I remember this day very well. I remember this day very, very well. This was probably the first fight I would have considered a real fight. Like, 90% of the fights in my entire life all took place in the span of middle school. I only had one fight when I was in high school, my senior year. Talk about that later. But this fight was different because this time I was dealing with an entire gang of people, pretty much. Here's how it went down. I was in 7th grade. I think I was 7th grade at this point. And there was a football game going on. You know, it was one of those high school football games. So I'm going to the game. I'm like, yeah, all these big cool kids are here. I'm going to go watch this game. So we're watching this game. It was me and my buddy Connor at the time. And Connor and I went to, it was like we went to a vending machine. And we just got like a Reese's. That's all we wanted to do. If the vending machine did its job, nothing would have happened. But because of this vending machine screwing up, I ended up almost killing a guy, pretty much. So you're probably wondering, how is that even possible? I'll explain. So we go to this vending machine, and we go, and Connor wants to get a Reese's. It wasn't even me. It was him that wanted to get the Reese's, and I'm the one that ended up fighting someone. So we're at the vending machine, we go get the treat, and then the vending machine decides to jam. It doesn't give him his Reese's, which, you know, kind of a dick move on the vending machine's part. But anyway, so we're sitting there, we don't have any money, we're kind of just looking at it, we're like banging the vending machine, trying to like tip it over, doing every stupid thing possible that's just not working. And then we see these 3 kids over here, and we're just like gonna randomly ask them. I was like, hey, do you guys want to help me and my buddy get this Reese's treat out of the vending machine? Could you just buy a Reese's and then we'll grab ours and then, you know, everyone wins. And they're like, yeah, sure, we'll help you. And then, okay, they take their money, they put it in the vending machine, they buy the same thing. And then when the 2 Reese's fall down, they took both of them. And mind you, remember, this is me in like 7th grade, so I was like 11 or 12. So when they took both of them and weren't going to give them to us, I got pissed. Connor was pissed too, but Connor wasn't the fighting kind, mainly because, you know, he just wasn't that type of guy. Me, I was an asshole, so I was like, yeah, let's go! Not exactly, actually. I mean, I wanted to be like that, but in reality, I was very, very small, and these guys were very, very big. But that didn't stop me from confronting them and being like, yo, that's our Reese's. If you could give that back, that'd be awesome. And they're like, nah, man, why don't you go home? Or something. I don't know what people say in 7th grade to insult other people. Snooze, you lose. Maybe he said that. Who knows? He said something along the lines of, if it was, you know, nowadays, it'd be the equivalent of, like, saying fuck off. Pretty much. And I was like, whoa, how dare you tell me that if I snooze, I lose. Give me that back. And then I grabbed the Reese's out of his hand, and I ran. And at that point, I realized that all of those years of track were finally paying off, because fear is a very good motivator when you're running for your dear life, and also being on the track team helps as well. So we're running, and these guys are chasing us, and then we got on our bikes, and then that's pretty much how it went down. We like went on our bikes and got away. I don't know, I kind of fuzzy there. But we ended up getting away, which was good. And we didn't see them again for about an hour. I think it was like at halftime or something. We went back to the vending machine. And it's like they didn't even leave. They like just waited for us to come back to the vending machine. I don't know why they didn't go anywhere else. Maybe it was a coincidence. I don't know. But then one of the 3 kids is like, hey, you took our Reese's. And then he like comes like really close to me and he pushes me. And this is how most fights start. One guy pushes me, and then pretty much all hell breaks loose out of my body. And I got really, really mad. And he was like it was much bigger than me. He wasn't stocky, he wasn't like muscly, but he was very lanky and tall. So I was still intimidated. But this guy pushes me very, very hard. And I go, no, that's not how this is gonna work. And I tackled him. And I remember as I charged him, because it was like he shoved me like very hard, and I went back, and I kind of just went into wrestling mode, and I just charged at him. And all I remember him doing, this is the only thing I can remember to this day, is his arms like this. That was literally the exact thing he was doing. I don't know, man. So he was doing that, and I tackle him, I slam him onto the ground, and this was all wrestling. This was like legitimately slamming him onto the ground, and I know his head hit the concrete. And I know that didn't tickle. And then after that, I punched him multiple times in the side of the neck. Yeah, that's because he shoved me. That's all he did. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what about his two friends? Didn't they, like, try and pull you off and beat you up and take your Reese's? No, they just stood there in shock, not even helping their friend. And so I'm on top of this guy, punching him in the neck, and I'm kind of looking at him, and he's crying, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell have I just done? And it was really weird because, like, he did, like, some sort of mind trick on me to where I started feeling bad for him even though he was the asshole. So I'm looking at him, he's crying, I get up, and I run again. That was all I could think to do. I was just like, just fucking run. Just run. Pretend it didn't happen. You're sorry. Just go. And that's what I did. So I left. I told my dad everything. And he responded by giving me a high five and laughing and saying that's awesome. Because, you know, I was pretty much being bullied. Like, there was just a lot of antagonizing on their part. I don't remember it that well as I thought I did before I told the story. But I just remember them being very big assholes. And I kind of just didn't tolerate it. So I almost, like, killed the guy over a Reese's bar. Stupid light. But yeah, that's a story of a fight over a Reese's bar that should not have ever happened. That just should not be a story. Guys, I want to know if have you ever had something that was just like something very little that escalated into something extremely ridiculous? I don't know. If you've ever been in a fight over a Reese's bar, please, God, leave a comment. I would love to relate to you guys on that. But guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up down below. If you missed my last video, make sure you check that out. It's gonna be right there. And guys, that's really all I've got to say on it, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next Monday. Peace.